They were wrong about crypto, guys, the whole time. A lot of people thought that crypto was a scam. They thought crypto was fake money, monopoly money, just a fashion of your imagination, guys. But now, look at what's going on with Bitcoin. Yes, it may be down on its back a little bit right now, but guess what? It's still over 100 G's, guys. It's still over $100,000 right now. And just a few years ago, let's say back in 2009 era, you could have bought Bitcoin for, way less than where it is now. Don't quote me on this because I'm not looking at the chart, the historical chart. But back in the day around 2009, I believe you could have bought Bitcoin for less than $200 per token. And at that time, there was a lot of people that felt like crypto was just a scam. They felt like it was only used by drug cartels and things of that nature, and just doing shady business under the table and things of that nature. But flash forward to the year 2025 today, people got a different point of view on crypto. In fact, the current administration, and I'm not trying to make this a political thing at all, but we're just stating facts here. I don't care who you voted for, to be honest with you, just as long as you voted. But with that being said, the political stage today in the year 2025 is one that is encouraging and incorporating crypto into the USA, into the United States, in terms of, being more acceptable here. And in fact, when you look around, a lot of these cryptos that are coming out today have a lot of use case, but that's not what this video is about. This video is showing you how crypto has transformed our world today. Now, let's take a step back and let's go take a walk down memory lane, guys. Because I love to do stuff like that because I like to make application to what happened in the past, showing you how it's an indication to go forward. Now, here's a good application, guys. Back in the day, I remember when email first came out, you had the AOLs and the Netscapes of the time, and you remember the you got mail type deal, that used to go on, and when you dial into your 56K modem and all of those good things, and excited to log on to AOL, guys. This is back in the day. A lot of people during the dot-com bubble and the internet bubble and all those things, when the internet first came out, widespread, mass scale, they were like, why would I send an email to anybody? I can just send a postal letter out and send it off, to whoever I need to send a letter to get my message across. But then flash forward to today, email is the standard for communication. Do we use pagers? No. Yes, we use cell phones, but we still have evolved because we use text, right? Which is just a faster way to send messages other than email. And so to make application from that to crypto now is being utilized for things. So for instance, AMC theaters, they accept crypto. Did you know that? You can actually pay for your movie tickets using crypto, guys. So if that's not a use case to prove a point to you, I don't know what is. Not only that, we have some ETFs that have been approved. We have Bitcoin ETFs that are coming on. We may be seeing some Ethereum and some Solana ETFs and some XRP ETFs. We may be seeing all that stuff come, guys. And one other thing I wanted to share with you when we talk about this whole thing about crypto, and they were wrong about crypto, is haven't you noticed that when something is early, you're an early adopter, it's scary because everybody is running away from it. Everybody is like, oh, don't go there, don't do that because it's a scam. Crypto is a scam when it's not actually a scam. Whole while they're packing their bags, guys. They're buying the dip. They buying a dippity dip, which essentially means that they're buying at a low price to use you as exit liquidity when the price goes up. In other words, they buy it low, and when it goes high, they sell it, which means they're dumping their bags on you, the green, the newbie, the beginner investor. And they made their millions because they bought during the time there was blood on the streets. They bought during the times where people were fearful. They bought during the times that people were saying crypto is not a legitimate currency. It's not a legitimate asset class. It's not a legitimate thing, period. Those people bought. And now a lot of the people that bought Bitcoin, if they still have their tokens, or if they cashed them out when it went up to 100,000 the first time, they are sitting pretty, guys. They are sitting pretty. Now, let's compare and contrast crypto to stocks, because I know that's something that will interest you greatly. Now, you know, when you invest in the stock market, it's not uncommon to see about a 1 to 2% return on your investment year over year, you know, if everything's going well, right? But in crypto, did you know you can actually see 1,000% gain on your investment, especially with meme coins, guys? Let's talk about Shiba Inu. I was an early investor in Shiba Inu. I'm not going to disclose, you know, the earnings and all that stuff because that's confidential. But let's just say that Buddy right here is happy that he invested in SHIB. He invested in Doge, you know, when they had a lot more zeros, you know, in front of the decimal. You know, a lot more zeros, not in front of, but behind the decimal, right? So here's an example. Let's talk about this, guys. So let's say if you, and you got to excuse the plane overhead, guys. We're in the elements, you know, we like to keep it authentic. So we gonna keep it rolling, guys. We're gonna keep it going. But let's just say you have $1,000 to invest, right? And let's just say you wanted to, everybody's like, buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin is worth $100,000 now. So Bitcoin is worth $100,000, but you got $1,000 to invest. That means you only can buy 1% of a Bitcoin, which then means that since Bitcoin's market cap is so much higher than a meme coin, and I'm just using a meme coin as an example here, your return on your investment is going to be this much smaller. It's going to be actually a lot more smaller, you know, when you talk about it. So when you invest that same amount of money, take a seat here, guys. When you invest that same amount of money into a meme coin, because it's so much cheaper than $1, often less than a cent, you know, guys, like for Shiba Inu, when it came out, it had several zeros behind the decimal. It wasn't even a penny. And it's still not at a penny yet. Dogecoin was the same thing. It had 2, 3, 4, 5 certain zeros, you know, and, you know, those people that bought that, they had $1,000. They probably got rich off of just a $1,000 investment. Whereas in contrast, investing that $1,000 into a stock, let's say, for instance, I'm just using this as an example. Let's say Microsoft or Apple or Google, which cost several $100s a share. Right? Just for lack of better conversation. Your return on investment is going to be much, much smaller. They were wrong about crypto, guys. They were wrong about crypto the whole entire time. This is something that is a saying that I love to say. When there's blood on the streets, be greedy. In other words, when people are fearful, you be greedy. You go buy up everything, because that means the price is on sale. That's what that means. When people are greedy, which means that the price is going up so much higher, so fast, guys, you be fearful, which means that that's the time that you should be considering selling, because you bought low, you did what you were supposed to do, and you're reaping the benefits by selling high, right? That's what you should do also. But I believe that crypto is the future, guys. Crypto is going to be here to stay. It ain't going nowhere, guys. It ain't going nowhere. I don't care what your mama say. I don't care what your daddy say. I don't care what your brother say. I don't care what your Uncle Pookie say. I don't care what your doggy say. I don't even care what your cat says. Crypto is going to be here for future years to come. And if you haven't started thinking about investing in crypto, and this is not financial advice, I got to put that disclaimer there, right? So nobody won't sue me to say, hey, the crypto stream said, go spend my lifetime earning on crypto. I never said that. So don't say I said that. All I'm saying, guys, is you got to pay attention to what's going out there. Put your little feelers out there. See what's going out there on the street, what's going on. And you'll begin to realize that you see things that's starting to add up and it's starting to make sense about the agenda. Now, the current administration has already said that he wants to make the United States the crypto capital of the world. Right now, in my opinion, I believe that would be a title belonging to Dubai. Just saying, because they've always been happy, for lack of better terms, to deal with you and your crypto, guys. And they have very, very good tax incentives over there, or lack thereof taxes to help you on your walk to your crypto investments. Whereas the US, you know, they like to tax you to high heaven, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not trying to make this to a political statement. But with that being said, guys, pay attention to what's going on out there in the market. Pay attention. And you'll realize that things like, for instance, the administration announcing that pennies will no longer be produced anymore. Think about that. If a penny is no longer being produced, then what are you going to do when you go to spend cash and there's an odd amount of cents that's due to you? Are they just going to keep the change? Because they're going to keep the change. That's going to add up. That's going to make them a lot of money over time. No, guys, this is a way to push us to digital assets such as crypto. Another thing to look at in terms of crypto is the fact that you are your own bank. Have $100,000 into a bank, a traditional bank. Go to a bank, try to withdraw. You got $100,000 right in your account. Try to go to a traditional bank and try to withdraw, let's say, $50,000. They're going to start asking some questions, guys. They're going to be like, wait a second, bro. We know this your money, but is this really your money, man? How you just going to come up in here and just take $50,000? For one thing, they probably don't even have your money. Your account is just sitting on a digital ledger somewhere with your name, crypto stream, saying $100,000 on this account. But you know what that bank done did already, guys? That bank don't loan that money out before it even hit the bank account. They don't loan that money out, charging for 17% interest, maybe 20, 30, 40%. That'll be usury, by the way, excessive interest. So I'm just kidding. But they charging you all this amount of interest to extend loans to you to pay for stuff. And then they're turning around only paying you not even a percent, guys, as a return, APY, annual percentage yield on your investment, which means your money that's sitting in the bank over a certain percentage, or over a certain amount of money. Guys, they were wrong about crypto. And who is the they, you may ask? The they is all of the people that have flipped the script on you. The very same people that said crypto was a scam, crypto was this, all of the things that are negative. I guarantee you now, they have their bags packed. I guarantee you now, they got some crypto somewhere. They got some Dogecoin, they got some Shiba Inu somewhere. They got some XRP somewhere. They got some of that. They got some PayPay somewhere. They got some of them. They got one of them cats or frogs somewhere in their crypto wallet. And this is bringing me back to what I was talking about as far as saying you're your own bank. With crypto, now I know we have crypto exchanges like crypto.com, Kraken, Bybit, Coinbase. You have those big ones like that, and escaping me the other one, the major one that was banned here in the US, but it hopefully will be coming back. But the point is, excluding those crypto exchanges, you have crypto wallets. So think of crypto wallets as your own digital wallet where you control it. So if you got $100,000 in your digital wallet, that's yours. You can withdraw, you can deposit as you wish. Now, obviously, you have to have an off ramp, which means it has to go through Coinbase or whatever. But the point is, the money is there. The money is there. Guys, they were wrong about crypto all along, and they'll continue to be wrong if they don't get with the program. The same way I gave the example back earlier in this video where we talked about, the internet boom, the dot-com bubble, and AOL and email, how people were shunning email, saying that would never take off. And look where we are now, 30 years later. Guys, keep your eyes on the prize so that you can create generational wealth for your family. And I believe that crypto should be a part of that recipe, guys. Crypto should be a part of that stew that you're making. Crypto should be a part of that appetizer. It should be a part of that scrumptious meal that you're making, guys, because that's how you're going to create generational wealth for you and your family, guys. I appreciate you tuning in for this video, guys, and we'll see you next time when we come back with some more heat and some more bangers for you guys. We'll talk to you real soon.